drink in the feeling of being a world champion. This rider is class personified. He has ridden an incredible bike race from Edinburgh to Glasgow. A majestic performance, a majestic world champion. Victory for Van der Poel. He wins the world title in Glasgow.
Mathieu van der Poel, a monster on a bike with incredible potential. Born on January 19, 1995 in Capelle in Belgium. From his earliest days, Mathieu was destined for greatness. The spirit of cycling coursed through his veins, a legacy inherited from his grandfather, the legendary Raymond Polidor, and his father, Adrie van der Poel. His brother David also shares the family's passion for the sport, but it is Mathieu who has risen to unimaginable heights. Van der Poel began competing in professional road racing in 2014, while continuing to dominate in cyclocross, winning races and beginning to stand out. In 2015, he claimed his first world championship title in cyclocross. Year after year, he continued his reign in cyclocross, winning championship after championship. In 2018, his extraordinary talent caught the attention of Biobank Corendon, later Circus Corendon. From that moment, his career In 2019, the triumphs of this young beast were only the beginning of an incredible journey ahead.
There's the strength to come around. Look at Van der Poel go. Mathieu van der Poel. Where they are going to go. And it's Van der Poel at the front now. Van der Poel taking it up at the front after 4.5 hours of racing. Matthew's in third behind. And Mathieu van der Poel going. Mathieu van der Poel staying.
He started the year winning classics and shocked the world by winning the prestigious Amstel Gold Race on April 21st. In this race, he entered as an underdog.
And Schachmann and well, Mia Kwiatkowski is just a few seconds. 100 meters to go again. This one is going to come down to a sprint. Van der Poel goes. Van der Poel has launched his sprint. Alaphilippe on the right. Van der Poel on the left. Can you believe it? Well, he doesn't believe it. That is the most since 2001.
In 2021, this was the year Van der Poel surpassed himself. He excelled consistently throughout the season. All the big names in the peloton, like Pogacar, Egan Bernal, and Alaphilippe, were competing in the same races. But Mathieu stood out with a devastating attack.
In the world here. Egan Bernal has Colombian support, and Pogacar is losing the wheel at the back. Also, Tom Pitcock just starts to flow, and here goes Mathieu van der Poel. Lift off for Van der Poel, and Alaphilippe is the man who's trying to follow. Mathieu van der Poel with an explosion on the Torpe. Look at the space open up. Bernal is out. It is Van der Poel who's going away. Van der Poel's going to do it. Van der Poel is on fire. Beaten by an absolutely wonderful performance from an absolute machine of a bike rider. Mathieu van der Poel sees a sight for sore eyes. It's Piazza del Campo awaiting its hero. We have seen quite the race today. We have seen quite the bike racer. Mathieu van der Poel, a winner at Strade Bianche.
Months later, he fulfilled his grandfather's dream by conquering the Bretagne Wall with a long-distance sprint. These victories cemented his place as one of the greatest riders in the peloton at the time.
his case, and it looks like nobody else is involved here, and Van der Poel goes again. Oh, look at this. Oh, amazing. The van driver is going for it. 690 odd kilometre joy today, and it's going to be minor places for absolutely everybody else in his wake. Mathieu van der Poel has done it here, surely. 250 minutes to go. It flattens out. This is Christopher Mill as far as he's concerned, and he's grinding it home. Fabulous. 4 hours and nearly 20 minutes of supreme action. It had to be a classy rider that would win it at the end of the day, and there's none bigger than this man. Just stand next to him and he'll be looking down at you, you can be sure.
In 2022, his performance wasn't what many expected, but even in a quieter year, he proved invaluable. It was clear this was a year of preparation for a bigger goal. In 2023, Mathieu began the year with a spectacular victory at Milano sanremo.
Van der Poel, the big favourites, come to the fore.
5.5 kilometres, and now it's Van der Poel who makes his move. Van Aert is it. Festival. He's going to hear a Dutch song after the finish line, I think, for the first time since the 1980s. There is that turn, and now they see there's one rider out in front in the lead. The first Dutchman to step on the podium since Frans Maassen in 1989. It's now been nearly 4 decades since a Dutchman won Sanremo, and Mathieu van der Poel is going to do exactly what his grandfather did in the 1960s. Mathieu van der Poel is a monuments man again.
But he wasn't satisfied. He knew he had to aim higher. The World Cycling Championships in Glasgow became his ultimate focus. For an entire year, he prepared meticulously for this race. And when the day came, he attacked 23 kilometers from the finish line, leaving everyone in his wake and silencing every prediction.
And here comes the attack of Mathieu van der Poel. Big acceleration by van der Poel. Here he goes, gritted teeth. Van der Poel is putting everybody in the shade. As they come round that corner, they can't see. Fans, what a spectacle we've had today. Now the head drops. Now we can start to drink in the feeling of being a world champion. This rider is class personified. He has ridden an incredible bike race.
In 2024. This year, he dazzled the world. He started strong, dominating every race he entered.
He's done it, and finally, Mathieu van der Poel, after another classy performance.
And what a ride! That was absolutely magnificent. This brought me home.
Van der Poel has had key moments in his career that have led to his success, as I have presented to you, and all thanks to his never giving up. And his performance is getting higher and higher, and he will be doing so in 2025. If you like the content, subscribe and like and comment. What was the victory that you liked the most?